Hi everyone, welcome back. This is my second review of one of the figures from the Master of the Universe Revelation series. This is Skelegod, and yeah, he looks pretty awesome and imposing. This figure is like a bit of a spoiler from the show, so apologies if you haven't seen it. So just a heads up around that. I'm sure even if you haven't seen the show, you kind of get what is happening around this. You can see obviously he's got the power sword, he's got the H sign like He-Man here, so you can kind of guess what happens here. And yeah, I've already got the He-Man figure which I've reviewed. Here are the back, and some pretty impressive bits of artwork on here. And I think it's Eamon's done the artwork on these. It looks incredible. I know he's been involved with Master of the Universe for a fair while, so it's cool that he got involved in this. But his artwork on these, I think he got involved with all the classic stuff here as well. And then on the side here shows you some of the other figures like Battle Cat. I haven't seen him around, but all the other sites seem to have He-Man, Muscle Man, Skeletor and Evil in, either on pre-order or available now. And there he is in the box. What we'll do is we'll open him up, take a look at him, see what he's like. Right, here we are. We've got him out of the packaging. He's pretty impressive, I've got to say. He's got a few accessories. So he's got this same power sword, which if you've seen the He-Man video, it's exactly the same. It's cast in this kind of grey plastic with silver paint down here on either side, and the handle has been painted brown, which is nice. It comes with a couple of additional hands which can be used to hold said power sword in either hand, he says. So yeah, you can do that, no problem, and they should be able to hold it into either hand. He also comes with this rather cool looking blast effect. Now on the back here, it looks as if his hand's on fire, so presumably it's to use like he's kind of got this fireball punch effect. So you can actually place it over his hand like that. You just kind of have to kind of line it up the best way that it fits. So you kind of have his arm out like that, like he's about to deliver some justice. So yeah, I mean, he's pretty evil looking, to say the least. He's quite a big figure. I'll go through a bit of a size comparison with some different Skeletors, and then we'll take a look at him with He-Man. So this is the kind of 2000X He-Man here. I've just brought in alongside him. Sorry, there's just a bit of a ledge there where I've just got something underneath here, so I'm just making sure he's not stood on that bit there. So there you go, that's two side by side. And then if I bring in the Origins Skeletor as well, bit of a different look to them, but it gives you an idea where we're at with kind of scale and everything else like that. So you see it's quite a different look that you've got with them all. And then if you bring in He-Man alongside him, you can see actually he's a bit bigger than He-Man, even though I've got He-Man out with his kind of legs splayed a little bit. Let's see if I bring his legs in a little bit, if that affects it at all in terms of height. Yeah, I mean, they're not too far off in terms of height. But Skeletor's a fair bit wider and everything else because of all the various different bits and pieces and armor on him, which we'll take a look at. So first off, you've got this face sculpt, if it will focus on here, which is painted really nicely actually. You kind of got this off-white and then the kind of black pieces on here, and there's teeth painted white and dark over the top. These are all painted, and here you can kind of get your confused Skelegod look. You can go down, up a bit, and kind of rotate around. All of this is see-through plastic. Then you get bright green paint in here and here, and obviously the He-Man logo there going across here, and it's actually raised, so it's raised off the chest, and you get this kind of purple around the outside and neon green in the middle here, and even all the chest here, it's kind of dark, like I think it's blue plastic, and they've gone over it with like a different wash, so it's got like a real different feel to it. This bit here kind of rotates around, so you do get movement in here. The waist articulates around here, bit of up and down, yeah, and it kind of holds in those positions. The sculpting's pretty good. All of this here is kind of like softer sort of plastic, but it does stay in place, so it looks as if you could potentially lift that off if you wanted to, lift the head off and the rest of it. I'm not brave enough to do it. Yeah, it is a softer sort of plastic, and then you get like this armor piece that's all around here as well. That seems to sort of like fit onto there as well, so you could actually take this off, but it does fit onto the back there quite nicely. And the cloth cape actually is really nice, so you get it's like 3 different pieces. So you get this one piece here, which is got a lighter piece down at the bottom here, one piece at the top here, and then these other 2 pieces here with these kind of supposed to be like kind of metal pieces on here, and that flows really nicely. It looks good on the figure. The arms, same sort of articulation as He-Man, but they are hindered a bit by these kind of back pieces here, so you can rotate them around, up, rotate there, bring the arms in here. Again, all of this is soft plastic, so you are kind of limited a little bit, and the arms can move around in there, but they are a solid piece. Waist articulation I spoke about, so that's in there. The legs, again, forward a fair bit, not loads, back a little bit. It's difficult because you are kind of limited by all the plastic in around here, which does look good. It looks like a face here, and again, similar thing with the kind of purplish sort of paint, which is kind of got this like wash effect on it again, but it's done really well actually. And you see the color of the plastic underneath here, so that's the color they've gone for, which is then painted over the top, so it does look good. Obviously with the leg bent there, you can kind of see everything, but it gives you an idea where you can bend the leg back to, like that. And rotation here, rotation at the top, and then the feet bend forward, back, and they're kind of like on a ball joint here, so you can kind of get them out and kind of get a bit of a wider stance should you need it, which I think you would probably want for this figure. Really want him kind of bending forward or in a kind of a slightly kind of menacing pose, I think. Okay, stand up like that. So there you got him. He does look really cool. And as I mentioned about the swords, so you can swap out these hands. Oh, that. Just pop that into there like so. Oh. And as you can see, these bits can come off if you want, so you can pop them on there like that if you want, and have Skelegod with arms like that. Or I think it probably does look better with the armor on, because otherwise it makes his hands are so big that it then makes the his arms look a bit scrawny otherwise. So is that in? Yeah, I think that's in. So let's see if he can hold the sword aloft and say those magic words. Let's have him kind of looking at the sword as well. By the power of Grayskull. Doesn't quite do that voice anymore, does he? But you can see he very much so has the power in this. I don't know if you can then... I mentioned about this piece kind of coming out, which you can do. I guess you could also put the sword in there as well if you wanted to. Let's check, see if you can do that. Guess you can. It's going to kind of stick out a little bit. So you can put it in there, but it means you're then not having the cape and everything else in there. There's no way to pop it in with the cape in there, but I do really like that cape. I think that's a really neat feature. And the way that it just kind of clips on there at the back there seems to hold it on really securely. I think that's nice. So I guess the only other thing for me is just to see if you've got somewhere else to put it. But yeah, that's it for me. That has been a review of Skelegod from the He-Man Revelation toy line. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I'll be sure to get back to you. Bye bye for now.